people, tapos mamimili kami.
Isa lang.
Okay po.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, you can have
Sige,
the
ma'am.
floor now, Alba. I'm gonna mute myself.
Thank you po. Okay, start now. So, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, class. So, this is our title presentation from Group 11. My name is Iseliaga, and my partner is John Paul Pabelona, and this is my first title presentation. So, this title is the assumption for the incoming IT people for the future of their careers, and we we want to target all the IT people who was gravitating, especially those in the fourth year. And because I experienced when I was working, I see a lot of graduate students that didn't have an assumption of what their future is going to through or what their careers are going through. And I see and I see a lot of them is focusing on other careers. So, and when I ask my colleagues about their careers, their assumption is kind of still kind of a positive and a negative feedbacks I get. So I want to pursue a more deep study on that case. So this is the first assumption title that we get come up from when dealing with the title presentation. And the next topic that we want to acknowledge is the overwhelming prediction about the role of self-learning AI in the future. So in this title in particular, we kind of rough start and it's kind of a bit broad when it comes to tackling this kind of topic because it's safe learning AI. And I, actually, me myself, I work in an IT company where we develop the safe learning AI, and which we develop some kind of an AI who discover what kind of we have, what kind of car we have, and this self learning AI we have a negative way on how they deal with this in the future. So I want to tackle what are the positive sides and the negative sides. So what are the specific role that self-learning AI is gonna be the part of our lives in the future. So I kind of want to be specific on this one. But moving on, the essential IT development of an IT professional for the future of development of the Philippines. Oh, and this particular topic, we want to study what are the case we want to develop because the Philippines is a developing country, and we want to explore more on how we IT people can contribute to our country. What are the system that we need to develop in order to have the necessity to develop our country? Because first of all, our IT professionals is a kind of a backbone when it comes to developing developing a system that we can have jobs, that we can create jobs, that we can develop more. And this is what we kind of create in our title presentation. So this title is the downfall and perks of being an IT student in the case of implementing online learning. So this is when we had this title, we kind of tackle what are things that the perks that we experience in the times of online learning, especially in this time. Because in my experience, I say it's a perk having an IT student because in online learning, I experience a lot of time that I have a more stretchable on study hours because I have more things that need to do, and I have a little free time. So I consider online learning is a good thing rather than the downfall. But especially, of course, is a case by case scenario. So I want to deal more, and I want to deal more learning in that case. And this kind of title is a good thing to learn so people re- can reconcile in this study and think about the things that the positive side and the positive things that we experience in this time of pandemic. And I kind of hope that this goes more smoothly in the future as well. And this started the effects of developing such technology in the times of pandemic. And we also experienced technology to develop in this how we IT personnel develop such technology in times of pandemics, such as developing checklists and having a checklist. What can how can I put it this way? More on more on checking things, and for example, when we need to know what are the places that mostly spread of the COVID viruses, and this system creates by the Vietnam. So I want to pursue more on that study. I want to study more on how we people develop our system in the times of pandemic. So this kind of bit abroad, but I guess it's a good way to pursue. It's a good thing to study because if we acknowledge the history of our development, we can learn or we can know what are the things we need to develop in the next coming future. And with that, I am done with the halfway through. I will pass it on to John Paul Babalona to take the rest of to take the rest of our titles. Babalona, John Paul.
Easy, okay na.
Yes.
This is my part, the study about the advantages and disadvantages of the technology in the teacher's teaching. Because when the pandemic started, we all know that our normal of living is being changed. So that I want to study about the advantages and disadvantages of how is the way of teachers about the teaching in terms of different technology and how can they use it properly. Next, easy.
Uh, uh, John Paul.
Hey,
Yeah.
next. Yeah. Next is the study about the struggles of the teachers in using technology in online class in Dasmariñas North National High School. In this study, we have a specific school so that we can study about the struggles of the teachers when using the technology in according to how they can teach the students. Next, easy. Uh, Next is the importance of software technology transaction in government agencies, especially in senior citizens for easy transaction. Because when I went into PhilHealth and in Land Bank, I saw software there in a TV, and then there's a lot of numbers there, and when you go there, um, the security guard give you a number so that it is this your preference whether you are now called your name. For example, for 56 is that your number, and then there's a software in the TV that shows what's the number next so that um it is ang tawag doon, ayun na po yung ano na ikaw na yung next na ano transaction. Next, the analysis of the impact on the students of having a stable internet connection in studying online class. We've come up with this study is because how is the students, what is the impact of the students in studying online class? What are those struggles and hardships that they may encounter so that we're going to study what are those. Next, the study of being well built of the security system in the Philippines different government agencies because we have to ensure how is the security of the government agency is strong or weak. That's all, ma'am. Thank you. Uh,
One more thing we need to.
Do you
okay
have
na.
the summary of that summary? Yung
Yes, ma'am. I
sa
just
dulo?
didn't put it in the presentation.
Ma'am, pasensya na, nakakaba.
Hindi, it's okay. I appreciate it more.
Na ano ko ma'am, hindi ko pa na-summary ma'am. Sorry ma'am. Lagay ka na lang po rito ma'am. Oh. Masyado malala.
Tapos lakihan mo.
Ay. Proceed. Yan po ma'am. Ano nangyari dito?
Isab namin sa Edmodo. Okay lang. Sabi ni Mark. Hindi na okay na yung sa Edmodo. Okay na yung sa Edmodo. Okay, assumption of the incoming IT people that will require is overwhelming prediction. Wait lang, overwhelming prediction of the role of the Selflearning AI sunshine's development of product management. Study being built of the security system. Okay, so guys, with the first group presenter, okay, I really appreciate those titles that they are actually created, kasi that actually aligns with the research word. Okay, the research word from the yung concern natin, the methods of research. Okay, pero the problem with those titles is that nawala yung part nung IT in a way of the development. Okay? Kasi with the problem that you were proposing, the problem that you actually the problem that you actually discover should give a proposal that inclined to your IT course, where you will be giving the solution, which is the software. Okay, parang ganon. So, para ka rin nagka-capstone na. Okay, nagka-capstone na in a sense na, for example, I really want to choose the important of software technology transaction in government agency, especially in senior citizen. Okay, there is such a senior citizen organization or group in every community. Okay, pero they actually don't have a system because they were dealing in a manual process. Okay, all the business process is starting from acquiring people who are the new seniors, who are the old seniors, who are already deceased, what are the benefits, how they can actually get, okay, yung mga ganong scenario. Okay, so dito sa kanila, I really want them to come up to solve a system that will answer all the problems of a senior citizen community. Okay, parang group to parang ganon, parang PWD, pero ito senior citizen. Did you get that, Alba?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, so i-retitle natin yan that you are actually creating a system or a management information system for the senior citizen of what particular area, and yun, ganon.
Yes ma'am.
Nagets mo yung point?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
merong problem. Ang pinaka-problem was the process because it is still manual, obviously, because they are senior citizen. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yan yung mga sinasabi natin na traditional people na they are just using the cell phone, the calling on, call off, tapos yun. And some of them, hindi na sila as techy as you are na sige, mag-Lazada ka, mag-Shopee ka, or you go with this application online ng GSIS or ng ano, they actually can do that. Okay? Kasi, etong group nila where they actually need to to automate yung kanilang day-to-day. Okay, day to day. Okay, so meron kasi yung mga sa munisipyo, meron sila supposed to be na sistema na gagamitin para sa senior citizen. So that's actually your big problem. Okay, so ano yung mga nai-encounter nilang problem within the senior citizen? A, difficulty in collating their information because they are having the manual way, writing in a form. Second, difficulty or hard time to communicate with them. Okay? So basically, dapat either meron kang website or meron kang SMS technology that will remind them kung ano yung mga current activities na meron sa senior citizen. Meron bang pa-Christmas? Meron bang pa-Kim si Mayor? Meron bang pa-free flu vaccine? Meron bang mga pa-free mask and alcohol? How they will know? Where they will get? Pupunta pa sila dun sa they will go to the municipality, bawal nga silang lumabas because they are senior citizen. They're supposed to stay at home, most especially those 65 years old, because they are prone. Okay, they have more comorbidities. Okay, now, what should be the solution that you will give to this problem? Okay, lalapatan mo siya ngayon ng isang sistema.
Yes, ma'am.
So, na-incline ngayon doon sa field of IT. Kasi, as a solution, magde-develop ka ng system sa kanila. Okay? Now, in your case, basically, since we are only methods of research, we will not develop. I will just require you a prototype
Yes.
of that system. Okay? So, basically, si A will do a website for, senior citizen. Okay? Sana meron kayong makausap. Okay, senior citizen. This is actually the MIS ng senior citizen. Sana meron kayong makausap na coming from the senior citizen dun sa ganon para malaman natin ano po yung naging problem. Pero kung wala, okay lang. Tayo na lang ang kokonsepto ng kanilang system. Di ba? Binigay ko na nga kanina Di ba? Diniscuss ko na. Okay? So, yun ma'am. So, what I'm actually giving to you is that senior citizen MIS.
Yes, ma'am.
Online na MIS. Okay? So, that's actually make things unique. Okay? Thank you for that to both of you, Pabilona and Alba.
Thank you,
You can now stop sharing. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I will go to the group of Gipet. Go on, anak. Kindly please share.
Yes, ma'am. Wait lang po. Wait, enters. Saan yung dito?
Okay. Gipet and Armas.
Nakikita na po ba?
Hindi pa.
Yung ito pa. Ay. Okay na po. Kamu na maingay, ma. Kamu na maingay. Kamu na maingay, nag-ano ako, online class ako. Nakikita na po ba yung yung
Yes.
presentation? Okay po. So, this is the title presentation for Bsit 60. And meet our team, guys. Ayan, kita na. My name is Mark Anthony Gipit, the first presenter, and next is Erica. Are you here?
My name is Erica M. Armas from Bsit 3A also.
Okay, guys. So this is the first title that we come up. So the first title is E-Complain, an anonymous reporting system for Cavite State University, Imus Campus with SMS notification. So I come up to this title because I wanted to build an application or web base that will help the school to improve their relationship with their students, but as an anonymous person, in order to protect their privacy. So this study aimed to design a system with the following features. Number one is to generate report for complaints and offenses of students. And next is to produce an online survey for improvement of school and relationship with students. So because survey is important in school to improve. And lastly, notifying the students that their complaints or survey is already been reviewed. So this study will help especially the school administrator. So instead of manually reviewing the paper of complaints or survey, they will easily manipulate the data in the system that may lessen the human error, and also for the students to help them voice out their opinion regardless of any complaints for a better communication with the school. So this is the first title. So the second title is the grading system for teachers in Cavite State University Imus campus with email notification. So my second idea of study is to build a system that will help the teachers to easily input their students' grades in order to have an accurate calculation of grades. So because based on my personal experience, ma'am, in my first year in CAVSU or CVSU, we encountered a teacher that gave us a grade of 2.0 and lower instead of higher than that. So he apologized to that kind of concern because of wrong formula and our grades didn't change until now due to pandemic. So and we all know that there's no hope for that grade. So tinanggap na lang po namin yung grade na yon. So I wanted to build a grading system instead of using Excel and other platforms to lessen the mistakes or what we call human error. So in addition with that, I would like also to add an email notification in order to update I would like also to add an email notification in order to update the students with their grades. So for the third title is the student attendance monitoring system with email notification. So my third idea of study is to build a system or application that will help or enhance the students' attendance performance and school security. So this study will develop a system to help the staff and make their attendance monitoring easy and their work with less effort. So instead of having a manual attendance or paperwork, this system will provide the needs of school regards monitoring of attendance of their students. So the aim of this study is to allow teachers to monitor students' attendance in order to know who's actively and not actively attending school. So when it comes to security, it helps the students to secure their attendance record or attendance record rather in order to have an accurate checking of attendance. So kasi di ba po minsan parang nagkakamaling teacher na mag-input ng ganitong attendance, hindi po na-record yung ganitong attendance. So I come up to this idea po na magkaroon po ng student attendance monitoring system. So from my last title, from the last title or fourth title is the LeadSys, a library management system for Cavite State University. So my fourth idea of study is to build a library management system in our school that will aim to develop a user-friendly system, security, with good GUI or what we call graphical user interface and a real-time system. So we all know that library management system is a technique of maintaining and monitoring books at library so that the distribution of books take place effectively. So with this system, ma'am, it will help to reduce risk of loss of students' record and books record. So I would like also to add an alert system if the book is not yet if the book is not yet returned in the specified date. So this study aimed to provide transaction demand, which includes system management, book borrow, and return management, and also reader database management and book database management system. So this system management system includes system parameters, maintenance, and reader access authority settings. So books borrowed and return management processes routine business such as books lend, return, and query. Sorry for the noise. And for the next presenter, Erica Armas, are you here?
X. For our fifth title, we have flash drive blocker with SMS notification. Nowadays, unauthorized individuals can use and duplicate personal and private data such as files and folders without the awareness of the owner of the flash drive. Mostly, there are cases related to the carelessness of the owner. Some valuable and private information can be used to conduct blackmail, extortion, harassment, and various kind of cyber attacks on the targeted person. So, flash drive blocker with SMS notification, it will secure the information of the flash drive user. Kasi sometimes po, merong mga unauthorized individuals na kumukuha po ng personal information, then ginagamit ito sa mga crimes. Then next naman po, for our sixth title, Android-based City Guide application. City Guide mobile application will help the user to navigate places within the city and also assist them in searching for hotels and other places easily like um, hotels and historical places that represents a specific city. It considers basic requirements for a city guide application by showing a map, locating places with customized and clustered markers on a map, and each marker represents a specific coordinate. So this Android based city guide application, it is based on Android, and it will help persons which are not familiar into a certain city to be guided. Then for our seventh title, we have doorbell notification application with SMS support. Doorbell notification application, it will allow homeowners to receive alerts when a visitor is at the door, see who the guest is, and communicate with the visitor from a smart device. So one of its features is this application will have an SMS feature sent to homeowners for them to be aware that someone is trying to access their house. The, the owner will make his or her decision to either grant or deny the access of the guest or the visitor with the help of the implementation of doorbell notification application with SMS support. For our last title, we have e-record, a mobile-based class record system. This application allows this application allows the teacher to record students. Wait lang. For our title, e-record, a mobile-based class record system. This app allows the teacher to record students, manage class information, monitor attendance, assign groupings, manage tasks, assess students, and view a dictionary of teacher or education-related terms. This application is a standalone mobile application that will automate the manual process of a class information recording and management practices of teacher or educators in the Philippines. So instead of manual process of class information, with the use of this mobile-based class record system, the teacher can easily access her records. So that's all. Thank you.
So these are the summary of our titles.
Naiyak ako dun sa mga titles. Wait lang! Grabe naman to sila, gipit. Parang parang gusto ko yung i-complain, yung una pa lang.
Ayun po talaga ma'am yung pinakagusto ko po na kaya.
Pero I wonder how it will gonna work kasi ang mention mo, it's still anonymous.
Ano ko po ma'am na kama po ko yung ID na anonymous po para po kasi kumbaga syempre po may mga times din po kasi 'di ba ma'am na kunwari nalaman po ng teacher yung student na ganito yung na-complain niya.
Ay, hindi, anak. With regards kasi sa i-complain, ganito yan.
Ah,
It will go directly to the guidance
okay.
and elevated to the chairperson or to the program head for verification or clarification. Tapos tsaka pa lang siya mapupunta dun sa director at iaangat dun. Kumbaga there is still a
Okay.
protocol for that.
So bali
Okay?
wala pong malalaman na ganito ganun. So ano po siya?
Hindi, i-work things out natin yan. Let us check for that. So, let us go with the e-complaint. Okay, while we go along. Ha?
Okay po.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for the two of you. Next, please.
Sorry pala ma'am sa busina.
No worries. No worries. Ako din naman, anak, may mga ganyang
Thank you po.
pangyayari here. Thank you. Congrats dun sa unang dalawang group. That is something unique. Okay. Next, please. Share your presentation. Go on, Vergara.
Si Dolar po mag-show ng PPT po. Wait lang po.
Wait lang po, ma'am. Ano ba? Paano ulit? Wait lang po, ma'am. Sige, mamaya na. Nagre-reporting ako. So, ayan po, ma'am. Kita na po ba, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, please. Kindly slideshow.
Ayan. Yung ma'am, okay na po ba, ma'am? So, um, good day. I'm Christian J.M. Dollar from Bsit 3A. Um, so, now we present the title presentation. So first, we have here is the Fitlife, the fitness and exercise guide and manager system. So here it is a system wherein it all manage the workout and exercise a user needed based on his or her exercise or her activeness in exercise based on its weight and height, age, and any factor that can affect in exercise capability. So it easier to know what kind of exercise you need to perform, and also the scheduling of exercise was easier to track. So the system will set your goal exercise so that you will not lose in track. It gives you all the information for your fitness, and it's very helpful, especially when you are beginner. So we come up that it has a function to which called a group workout where other users can share their workout that they are doing, and also the music, and they can talk to others like a workout buddies at the same time. So this system also has a an in-app chat where other users can communicate to each other. So and it also shows the food that needed by the user to eat or to intake. So this system is important, especially to the beginners, to know what they are need to do in when performing a workout or any exercise. So this is this is very important, especially in beginners where they don't know what to do, and for also to prevent some injuries or any fatigues or unhealthy exercise. So next one.
Next is ELE. ELE is a pure point of sale system wherein a critical piece of point of purchase and refers to the place where customer executes the payment for goods or services. And when we say POS, inventory system should be included. Inventory system makes it easy to keep track of the inventory your store has. It allows you to manage your inventory in real time and to know the number of the products you own over a period of time. The advantages of having a point of sale system is it helps makes payment faster in a way that the employee selects the product that the consumer buy, and the system automatically calculates all the prices. And also the stated system offers double authentication wherein the manager wherein the manager of the system is can block the access of some users and can prevent and reduce the intrusion of unwanted users into the system. Like for example, in the department store, that there that some cashiers call call their supervisors call their supervisors to avoid some certain items and needs to access their supervisor to in order to successfully void the item. Also and also the the stated system can eliminate the problem in the business field wherein there are wherein there are times that the product you have will suddenly out of stock. The inventory system will help you and notify that the product before posting in the market, it will inform you that the product is out of stock. Next.
So the next one is eGrants. So it is an online grading and attendance monitoring system. So here, um, in eGrants, it is a system where students can monitor their grades and see their attendance. So this is where the students log in themselves so that they they attend or they will put a check mark in their attendance. So so also the teachers are capable to monitor their attendance here, and they don't need to manually type or write the student attendance. And so the teachers just input the scores, and the system will automatically compute their grade based on the grading system of the school. So it is easier for the teacher and students to monitor the grades and attendance because students will only check the records online and everywhere. So teacher will only input the scores for every activity, homework, quizzes, and project, and the teacher can take a copy of the records in soft or hard copy. So eGrants has its own chat room and announcement. So principal can also connect to the system to give announcement and also can monitor the students' activeness to the teacher it attended. So students can make a comment or give concerns about the system or their teachers. So next one.
Next is the resort management system. Resort management system is designed to provide vacation rental managers with the ability to control their company rental businesses. And the purpose of rental management system are to reserve rooms and other facilities, and users can check the availability of rooms. It's either the room is already taken or the room is dirty or already cleaned, and if if the room is already reserved from a certain person, and users can log in and register into the system. And the resort management system main objective is to develop and implement a reservation and billing system for resort to help the management in making reservation, billing, and other transaction needed to be made. And the main operations of the system are check-in and check-out, which are separated into different modules for functionality. And also with the use of resort management system, it can prevent from confusion of housekeeping, housekeeping and the front desk because it has a integrated program for the room status that can be assessed by the housekeeping department and the front office department simultaneously. Next.
So the next one is the e-learning system. So as we know, it is a system where most of the lessons in school are given to students to study online. So it is used for distance learning to cope up with pandemic. As we know, it's for the use of study platform of students online as they are in home. So as the students are not allowed in school, this this system are the solution to continue their studies and to prevent academic freeze. So this is where students take quizzes and assignments. So also this system allows the students to chat in the system and also to their teacher. So students has also a capability to search in the system like in Google. So it's like a function where students can search or input what they have learned or maybe edit some knowledge or give knowledge to other students. So next one.
And this is the last one. LLend, a lending management system, aims to make convenience for the transaction involving lending and loan. And using this system only requires less effort for the lender and easier and faster to manage for the user. And the system is also fast, flexible, and agile while being cost effective. And the system helps improving running of time and better services for the lenders. It helps banks and financial institutions to improve their activities, competency, and efficiency of their lending solutions. And and with with the reason of creating the system, the users of this can have a secured account, and the lenders are no longer to make an effort for the every transaction they must do. If this system was be implemented, it would be their work easier and faster to manage. It can improve the current kind of services. The institution will be no longer to make an effort for every transaction. And that's all.
Thank you for that. Okay. Where's the summary? Can I check the summary? Ano na kaya? Meron ka pang klase? Bigay na itong ate ko, no? Okay. I strongly believe yung anak, alam mo yung, what do you call this one? What makes me interesting, yung e-learning. I know that one, but by the development side, medyo malalim, no? But let us go with the e-lending. Ano, E1 lending?
EL po.
Why EL? What is EL all about? What's the meaning?
Electronic lending machine po, ganun po.
Okay, yan na lang. Diyan tayo magpo-focus anak sa lending. Kasi basically, there are also mga nagpapahiram talaga, no? Now, but the problem is, they are still not also equipped with what happened to the pandemic. Okay, you still need to go there to submit your requirements, you still need to appear. Okay, so syempre with the current scenario right now, especially the status of the IATF is given to us when it comes on safety, the MECQ, the GCQ. Okay, so let us focus on the e-lending. Okay, kasi yung nandun sa 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that actually does not give interest on me already kasi yun. Pero let us check pa rin on the other. But with your presentation, I get more interested dun sa lending. Okay, so all you need to do is if you know somebody or makakapagtanong kayo, but makakapagtanong pero I did not require and compulsory for you to go out. Otherwise, I will be the one to give you an idea on its process. Okay? So yun. Pero ayusin pa natin yung mga titles na yan, ha? We just focus with what is approved on each group. Okay? So for the
Okay po.
two of you, thank you very much. Okay, let us proceed to the next group.
Thank you po.
Kindly do the presentation. Okay. Wait lang po. Kita na po ba?
Good morning, ma'am. We are the group 3 and we were about to. Good evening, ma'am. So we are the group 3 and we were about to present our titles. Wait, open na po na. So we here are the members of the group. Wait. Wait lang, hindi si Andy. Ma'am, teka lang po. Wala pa po yung isa kong ka-member.
Hello po. Naririnig na po ba ako?
Yes. Go on, anak. Ang gaganda ng makapos, akala mo ay model. Go.
So, again, good afternoon, ma'am. Good evening po, ma'am. My name is Anglit Justin Riti from Bsit 3A and from Group 3.
And I'm Christina Kayutalan from BSID 3A. So the first title,
So, for our first title, I come up with this e-voting system for the voters. Why? Because I think and I observe that most of the voters nowadays can no longer leave their house or homes, or they have difficulty in leaving their house because they are afraid because of COVID-19, and some are just too busy because of their work. So even if they are busy or can no longer go to their voting halls, they can still vote in just a minute because of the help of these e-voting systems. And this e-voting system, we will make sure that it is safe and secure method of voting. And the aims of this e-voting system is to speed up ballot counting, minimize the expense of hiring employees to manually tally ballots, and increase accessibility for disabled voters. And next po, Talan, next. For the next title, I, SMS-based student grade inquiry system. And I think again, because now there is a pandemic, so that we are facing right now, and education is one of the most affected because of this pandemic. And face-to-face class was temporarily stopped, so online class or modular is the only solution can still continue to study. And because most of us do not have enough gadgets or internet, so they just do modular learning to be able to continue studying. And with the SMS-based student grade inquiry system, if they want to inquire about the grade, they can just do it through text or SMS, so that they don't even have to go to school or go online. They will receive their grades through text or SMS. And the grades are stored in a database that can be simply turned into a SMS message and will be given to students who have inquired about their grades. And the system can be used by students, parents, or guardians, and the teachers. Also, I come up with this title because I want to provide a more convenient and alternative means to access grades and accounts, and also provide prompt service to clients utilizing SMS-enabled mobile phone. The SMS bra- the SMS bra- the SMS-based grade inquiry system is aimed to keeping track of students' grades, which will be stored in a database. And next, for our third title, for the third title is the inventory with point of sales management system in retail businesses. So, the importance of learning about inventory system is that it allows you to keep track of the flow of items. And then inventory management systems are intended to show you where each product is going, how much is being sold, when you need to order more, and which products generate the most profit. Many are now interested in doing business, so whether online or physical, and they are now starting their new business, retail man po or wholesale business. And because some of them entrepreneurs are just starting as a retail business, so they don't have a system that can help them in their business, and they track their sales products manually, and it's time consuming. So because of manual inventory system, manual process of tracking their tracks, they be, it is become time consuming. So I want to develop an inventory with point of sale system to help those retail businesses. And then next, for our fourth title, online class scheduling system for teachers and students. For this title, um, one of the most significant aspects that a school must prepare before enrolling is class scheduling, which plays an important part in giving students an idea of how to manage their time. With this system, it helped the teachers to easily assign the schedules of the students, and also the students to know their schedules online. because right now most of the schools are using the means of online class, what we are doing right now. So, and we're doing it for almost 2 years. So for the teachers and students to easily track their schedule, this system can help. It can be used and accessed with the use of Wi-Fi connection or mobile data. And then next, for fifth title, Barangay Health Center Management System. Um, because we know that a person's health is really important, and most barangays today still use manual process in terms of implementing medical services and recording like our barangay. So those who went to the clinic center for a checkup, so it's okay that they have use that will speed up their service or process. The implementation of barangay health center management system allows for a more efficient and systematic recording of patients' medical information. It also offers secure and dependable personal medical records. The Barangay Health Center. So, yun lang po. And for the rest of our titles, Miss Untalan will present.
So the first title that I come up with is e-notifier elementary student to parent attendance SMS notified. Like, e-notifier and elementary student to parent attendance SMS notifier, or I changed the title, ma'am. So elementary student to parent attendance SMS notification system. So while what makes what makes you think of I think of it because as I experience and based on my observations uh, when I was a student and picking up my cousin, there is some problems like the student are uh, missing. The student was missing. So I come up with this to let both help parents and students and also the administration to track the students by implementing a barcode on their IDs and having barcode scanner on every gate of the school. Every time they leave the school, they will uh, alert a message to the parents. And I once heard it on Tansanduma 5, but the difference is that they only alerted the parents when the student entered the school. So I added it every time they leave the school. The system will notify the parents. And next, e-portal, online portal for students' grade and announcement. For this, because we were in a pandemic, and um, also based on my experience on my cousin, they use manual manual distribution of cards every quarter. So the only problem on that is that they don't uh, give the card to the parents. The parents only allowed to capture the the card of the student. So I come up with it to lessen the uh, to lessen the meeting of parents and parents to and the teachers. And next, e-job online employment search system. Uh, Due to the pandemic, we are currently experiencing almost all people were greatly affected because of the um, COVID. And searching for a job is also hard. So by doing these, it could lessen the time consumed and for both the employee and the employer. Next, student register online documentation. So right now, we don't have any system in our school about this. They only use email when communicating with each other. Like the like the problem we know, um, like what the other student said a while ago on last meeting, he experiences some errors in crediting her subjects. So it could help for both student and registrar, like I said, communicate with each other. Next, online barangay management system for animals. So right now, not only people are experiencing this pandemic, all the animals. So I come up with this because there's a lot of stray in our neighborhood, and by doing this system, it could help also the animals, like um, displaying the pictures of the animals for adoption, those stray animals, and effective health monitoring for animals, and uh, making the pet owners responsible of their pets. That, and this is the 10 research titles that we come up with.
Okay, thank you. Let me see your title, please. Can you show it again to me? How are you going to work things out with the number 8?
E-job, ma'am.
Yeah. How are you
Um,
going to conceptualize that one?
Conceptualize.
Kasi
The
there is such thing as what do you call this one? Yung mga app na mga website about sa jobs where you can actually upload your resume. What are those examples again? Merong ganyan eh.
job street po.
Ayan, mga job street. But I really want you to come up with this e-job, okay, the online
I,
employment system
I think, ma'am,
for, for
kasi,
the Cavite area
only.
particular. Oo.
Ma'am, I come up
Kasi
with
basically,
may naisip din po kasi ako about dyan po. For mga yaya po. Ganun.
yeah,
Para
yeah,
po
that, no, no,
specific
no.
bagay.
Yeah, yeah. In general, anak, we will be having an e-job cub. Okay,
Okay.
it's actually an online system assistance that they can give for the Cavite community and Cavite yeah, Cavite community, something like that. So that belongs to anything. It can be the blue collar, it can be the professional, it can be the EPSA that in needs of ganito. Pero wala pa kasi yung nagko-collate na the whole Cavite, particularly dun sa mga Amadeo, Tagaytay, bla bla bla. Okay, so diyan tayo mag-focus sa e-job cub. Ha?
Okay.
So, ang lead is e-job cub. Okay, thank you for that, anak. Thank you, Untalan. Next,
Thank you, ma'am.
please. Para dun sa PIP group, PIP presenter.
Hello, ma'am. Sino ba mauna? Si Hazel o kami? Ayun, para sa kay Gutierrez po.
So good day, ma'am. We're group 4 and I'm Daniel Gozan. Hello. I'm Daniel Gozan and my partner here is Joshua Gutierrez and this is our title proposal.
So good day, ma'am. I'm Gutierrez Joshua, and these are my titles. First of all, let me clarify that these first two titles are dedicated to our previous school, and the third title is dedicated to the subdivision that I currently lived in. And the last title is basically a general visitor logging sheet. So let's start with DTRA, a daily time record assistant program. DTRAP is a computerized DTR. DTR means daily time record. DTR is given to BSP students, and BSP means very strict provision. You're considered a BSP student if you committed a certain amount of demerits. An example of this is if you were late on your first class. That will count as one demerit. Now, if you kept doing that, those demerits will stack up, and that will cause you to be a BSP student. Now, a VSP student is required to go to the GLC office every single school day. A GLC office is basically an equivalent to a guidance office, and the VSP student will require to fill up a DTR form. The DTR form requires the name, student ID, section, and time in and time out of that student. The reason for the time in and time out is for the school to know if the student enters or exit the school at the appropriate times. DTRAP simplifies the process of filling up the DTR form and then store those information to the database. The reasoning behind the title is that student tends to misplace the DTR forms. The thing about the DTR forms is that the GLC will require those BSP students to present all of their DTR forms. Now, if a student have some missing DTR forms, the GLC will not sign their clearance. So so DTRAP will mitigate or at least avoid the potential misplacement of those DTR forms. Next is SELF, or Clinic Electronic Login Form, an electronic school patient login form system. SELF is a computerized patient login logout sheet. It is basically a hospital admission form, except it is for a school clinic. SELF requires the following after clinic admission: the name, ID number, section, reason of admission, and time of admission of that patient. Now, just like DTRAP, Self makes the filling up of the admission form faster, then store those information to the database. Uh, Another thing about Self is that it is employee operated, so students don't need to fill up the form themselves. The reasoning behind the title is that it is a slow process. Imagine if you have multiple patients in your clinic, imagine how long will that take for those patients to fill up all of the forms. Next is file management. Again, this is a traditional method, so all of the employees will have to manage all of those files. Next is GTG, or gate to gate, an electronic vehicle pass for a gated subdivision. GTG is a land-based vehicle identification system. GTG tracks if the unregistered vehicle has already came in from the other gates of the subdivision. The reasoning behind the title is that if a vehicle enters a certain gate, they can only exit on that particular gate. An example of this is if a driver enters or came in from gate 1, they will have to leave at least one identification card to the gate. And the problem lies is if a driver wants to exit to the other gates, they can't do that. So GTG will instead take a picture of that driver's ID so they don't have to leave it at the gate. And GTG will also take a picture of the vehicle number plate. So if the driver wants to exit to the other gates, they now can because all of the gates are connected to a network. So they can identify if the registered vehicle has already came in from the other gates. Next is ELog, or computerized based visitor logging sheet. ELog is basically an electronic visitor logging sheet. An example of a logging sheet is if you enter a establishment like Pure Gold or any supermarkets, they will require you to fill up a logging sheet, especially nowadays. ELog will require the same information just like logging sheets, like name, address, date of entry, and body temperature. Just like self, ELog is employee operated, and the reasoning behind the title is that we're on a pandemic. So sharing of pens is dangerous and not everybody carries a pen around. Plus, it is a slow process. Imagine if you have multiple customers or multiple visitors coming into the same establishment. Imagine how long will that take for those visitors to fill up all of the forms. So that is all for my titles. Next is Daniel Gozon.
Good day. These are my titles, and the first one is Order to Pick Up. O2P, a school canteen menu mobile application. Next. O2P is a mobile application for students to pre-order foods from canteen. The reasons why I propose this system is because it is convenient. Ordering food with this app allows students to order anytime and anywhere just by using mobiles or other handheld devices. Next, it is time efficient. It doesn't take too much time compared to the traditional routine on ordering food in a school canteen. You may take too much time deciding on which food you want, and it can hold the line. With this app, You can plan your meals in advance and avoid a time-consuming line. Lastly, you can pay via digital money. Customer can have contactless payment. And as you can pay via digital money, you can pay it with the exact amount. It is also a faster way to pay instead of paying with cash and needed to find a change. The main reason I propose this system is because of the students' short amount of time on breaks. They will have more time to rest on their free time because they will not waste too much time falling in line to get some food. The system works is the user or the students will need to log in using their student ID and password. Then once they are logged in, you can view the complete school menu and order it in advance. Then you will place your order. Once your order is ready, it will notify your mobile for you to pick up. You can pay over the counter or pay via digital money. Next, it's about time or IAT, a school timetable management system, a timetable application for students and teachers to manage their schedule. The reason why I propose this is to avoid confusion. An organized timetable of your schedule will avoid any confusion and conflicts on what class you should be in on a specific time and date. Users can prepare beforehand. The application will notify the user 10 minutes before the scheduled time so they can be reminded. Lastly, it is computerized. Other than the data will be accurate. It will be easier to access more than carrying a piece of paper with the schedule on it throughout the school. The main reason I propose this system because it is confusing, especially as a freshman or even just when it is the first day of school. So I think it will help a lot of students or even the teachers. So it will automatically obtain the school schedule from the school database where all of the schedules were organized and stored. The system works is the user will need to log in using their ID number and password. Then by logging in, you have given the permission to the app to notify your device. Once you are logged in, it will automatically show your schedule. Next. Cash Me If You Can or Cash Me, a school money lending system for students. A money lending system where students can request for a loan. I propose this system because I think it will encourage and support students, especially those who are struggling financially. Students may think less about their financial status for their activities expenses as they know they can loan. These small loans will help them to overcome some school expenses. So the lending system will have a limit as it is a small loan for the school activities expense purpose only. There will be a small 5% interest rate depending on how much they borrowed. The limit would be 1,000 peso a month. You have to pay the existing debt before you can loan again. So the system works is the lending management system will be operated by school personnel. The student will come to the designated office on which the system is assigned to request for a loan. The system will need the for the student's information like student ID, full name, year in section, and an agreement of the mode of payment. Then it will be processed. If you're clear and the system shows that you don't have an existing debt and you are good to go. That's all.
Okay. Thank you for that. Ang bigat ng aking dibdib. Okay. Daily Time Record Assistant Program. The second one is an electronic school patient login form system. Electronic vehicle pass for the gated subdivision. Computerized. Kasi anak yung gate to gate mo medyo maliit ang scope. Computerized based visitor logging sheet. Oh, kasi parang yung 3 and 4 magkapares, ano? Oh. Electronic. Alam mo, one thing I actually noticed yesterday uh, during the hosting. Teka muna, sino nga ito? Sorry, hindi ko po nailista. Again, please.
Gutierrez Joshua po,
Si,
ma'am. Saka
si
Gozon din.
Teka lang nga, Gutierrez, at saka si
Gozon po.
Goson. Ayan, magkatabi sila. You know what I really noticed yesterday when I do the hosting? The last part of it, which is the presentation of Sir Jasper. Okay, yung clinic. Okay. I really don't know right now if they have transaction with the student in our clinic since we are actually all at home and nobody's in the school. Do you have any idea about that? No? Meron kaya sa palagay nyo? Parang wala, no? Parang walang transaction, no? Kasi
Wala naman.
parang the list is bakit pa ako pupunta kay sir? For what purposes? 'Di ba? As a student para bang ano? As a student para bang do you still have this consultation with them or during this time of pandemics are you into consultation with them? Parang ganon. Parang ganon yung tanong ko. Yung daily time record assistant program mo for whom is this DTR?
For previous school po, ma'am.
So so parang hindi na rin magagamit kasi nga work from home. Hindi na siya dun sa loob ng school, no? Parang ganon. Pero basically lahat 'yan pagdating ng time pagka nag back to normal na, kailangan pa din 'yan, okay? I think I'll go with the clinic electronic login form. So let us conceptualize with the clinic.
Okay.
Okay, kasi sooner or later babalik din tayo and then from there, syempre pagka nag-transact na tayo, you are actually sitting outside and you don't feel okay outside for example, what building is that? Yung parang merong yung katapat ng gym. So all you need to do is just log in. Okay, tapos from there, you will be informing them that you have this ganito symptoms or you have this headache, blah, 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 and what should be your advice, what will I do. So, parang siya, online clinic na. Di ba, no? O kaya sasabihin ko, Gutierrez is here in this room, in the laboratory, tapos he actually get sick or he cannot walk, okay, what you will do. Tapos, syempre, si clinic naman, mamomonitor niya, pupuntahan niya na ngayon. Parang ganun ang datingan na, online transaction or communication. Okay, thank you, Josh, and thank you, Daniel.
Thank you po.
So, let us go with the clinic. You are very, very lucky kasi yesterday I off the presentation of 3D because of that event yesterday. I just get tired because we are actually in studio in somewhere in General Trias. So pag uwi ko plakda ako tulog. Okay, next please. Pang 6 natin. Alvin and Robrigado. Tenorio and Robrigado. You can share now your screen.
Good evening po, ma'am. Okay na po ba?
Yeah, good evening. You just share your PowerPoint.
So, we are the group 5. And this is our research title proposal. So, this is our team. I am Jarvis Joy D. Robrigado. And
I am Calvin Tenorio.
so, our first title is eLibrary, Online Library System for the Students of CABSO Imus Campus. So, students can go to school library to borrow some books that they can use as their reference for their assignments, activities, research, and etc. So this system will be a big help for every student who want to borrow some books without going to school library. This system will let the students borrow some books through online and through PDF copy of the book. Just like the system on how to borrow books from the library, the student will need to fill up a form and until when they want to borrow the PDF copy. Yes, the PDF copy has a time limit, depends on what you input on the form. So next.
So our second title here is Online Class and Exam Scheduling System in CBSE Imus Campus. We propose this title is to help to avoid redundancy and inconsistency of the class and examination of teacher and student schedule. In the system, the
Excuse me,
teachers can
hindi nagwo-work yung PowerPoint. Nandun pa rin kami sa first page.
Wait lang po, ma'am.
Sorry for that.
Ayan po, ma'am.
So, our second title is Online Class and Exam Scheduling System in CBSU Imus Campus. We propose this title is to help to avoid redundancy and inconsistency of the class and examination of teacher and student schedule. In the system, the teachers can access to view their schedules and update its system credentials. Also, the system is responsible for printing class schedules by teacher, class, and room, and responsible also for print examination schedules by proctor, class, and room. Next. Next po.
So our third title is Online Attendance System using Face Recognition API. One of the problem now in online class is when a student suddenly disconnects to the class meeting when he or her internet connection is weak. And with that, when the professor or teacher check the attendance of the students and you're already disconnect because of the internet connection, then you will be absent in your teacher's record. But with this system, the student who open their cam during the meeting, even a short period of time, they will be automatically saved as present during the class meeting. So our fourth title next.
Our next title is Grade Viewer Application in Android. The purpose of this title is to provide an efficient and less time-consuming grade inquiry, like in the prelim, midterm, and, and final grade of different subjects. Also, the system is accessible to Android phones, and the system will really help them in a way that they don't need to fall in line on the registrar office. Also, the system helps the instructor can encode also their grades through online like quizzes, exam, and some other activities by using the current standard grading system of the university. Next title po.
So our fifth title is barcode-based student attendance system. Uh, so uh, So this will help not only the students but also the teachers to know if the student is already in the school or outside the school. This barcode will be scanned when going in school and even going out from the school. If the barcode was scanned when you go out, then the teacher will automatically inform that the student is not in the school. This system can be used when the higher education allow the students to go back to school. So next.
So our next title is Barangay Resident Record Management and Suwan System. We propose this title because some barangay manually handle transactions daily, especially in getting barangay clearance, certification, cedula, and permits. And sometimes the staffs encountered difficulties and long procedure in retrieving, recording, computing, and processing of financial and accounting data. We propose this title is to help to reduce the hard and long time procedure in accessing files and records they keep and store by the staff of the barangay. Also in the study is to offer a detailed, reliable, and secured keeping of all data. The system prepares and prints barangay permits and certifications like barangay clearance, community tax certificate, and etc. Next po.
So, our seventh title is QR code-based contract tracing application in malls. So, everyone who go to malls know the system of filling up the form for contract tracing given by them in every store they went in, using only 1 to 3 pens in every store, and the form is in one tray only. When filling up, may be a big problem to spread COVID-19 virus. But with this system, it may lessen the increasing number of COVID-19 rates just by scanning the QR code of the citizen. Next.
Our next title is e-card based payment system for jeepney fares. We propose this title to discontinues the Bayanihan concept of passing the payment and change from one passenger to another to pay the driver, especially on this pandemic, and make the driver more focused in driving instead of collecting the payment of the passengers, especially for especially for those not modernized jeepneys. It allows the passengers tapping up on riding and tap out before alighting. The fare is calculated based on the distance traveled. Next po.
So this is our ninth title, e-registrar, online registrar for issuing requirements in CABSU IMUS. Issuing requirements from school is easy during the time when there's no pandemic. You just need to go to the
Excuse me,
register. Yes po.
hindi uli nagalaw, nasa barcode base pa rin.
Wait lang po.
Kahit wag mo na sigurong i-slideshow anak, just go to the next slide. Ganun na lang, basta malaki lang. Hindi nagmo-move eh.
So this is our ninth title, ma'am. E-registrar, online registrar for issuing requirements in CABSU IMUS. So when there's no pandemic, you just need to go to the registrar office and ask for the requirements you need. Then you just need to wait a few minutes or hours so you can have it. But in this pandemic, it is hard to request some requirements from the registrar. And the registrar is not that fast to respond from your email. It takes how many days for them to issue you your asked requirements. With this system, it will help the student to request for requirements in an easy way and fastest way. Also, the registrar will be always updated about the student who are requesting a requirement they need. So next.
For our last proposed title is Online Scholarship Application System in CABSU IMUS or CBSU IMUS. We propose this title to allow for those qualified students to apply for any scholarship or financial assistance program available in the university online. And it's easy just to have a website only for the scholarship application. As a student of CBSU IMUS campus, we don't know how to apply for the scholarship because the university does not announce how to apply for the scholarship. Not like how before the pandemic, we know how to apply for scholarship by go to office and submit the requirements. As we bring our presentation to close, thank you that we are able to present our title research proposal. Thank you po, ma'am.
Paki-view yung summary please.
Ayan po, ma'am.
Wait, pag mo tanggalin anak. Parang gusto ko yung parang gusto ko yung sa jeepney. How are you going to do that with the jeepney? Okay, i-jeepney pairs. Okay, kasi syempre, para the next time, pagka nag-new normal na, you don't need to make abot-abot the bayad and abot-abot the sukli. Did you get the point? Okay, how are you going to automate that one? Like yung mga ginagamit nila sa San Agustin, parang ganon. In what mode? If you want to have the GCash, if you want to have the QR code. Okay? So, ayan. Thank you for that. Rebregado and Tenoria. Okay, so let us go with that. Solution to, that will benefits more. Who's next? Please share.
Uh, I'm Malsa Sholubay, and here's our research title proposal. Number one, MedTake, a mobile application for daily medicine intake. We all know that the ongoing pandemic teach us to be mindful of our own health. Thus, daily intake of medicine and vitamins has become unnecessary. This application is designed to help people who often forget to drink their medicines on right time. It is an application that sets an alarm to remind user to take medicine. Alarm can be customized to suit user like repeat options. Next is Timeout, a mobile application that tracks gadget time consumption. As a start of pandemic, we have seen a lot of limitation and one of those is the freedom to interact outside. As we are suggested to stay at home, a lot of us now consume pastime in front of our cell phones or computers. Children are now getting more addicted on playing computer or mobile games due to limited face-to-face interaction. This application is designed to inform the parents of daily gaming time of their children. Next, number 3. Tap to Grab, uh, a mobile application for small ventures, food ventures. As pandemic limits the store capacity to operate, takeout meals or delivery has been on the rise. This application is designed to help small restaurants in small area to promote their business during the time of pandemic. There are a lot of small cafes and restaurants that offer various food items but can't be visited in person. Owners can download the application and set their business. Next,
Kirk. Okay, wait lang. Okay, mag-share. Ayun. I'm Kirk Lanskebe Ilambera, ma'am, and this is my title. First is Limi Move. Uh, Limi Move, ma'am, is a mobile application for delivery for our smartphone that we can book a delivery personnel. Like, it also cater, ma'am, different kind of vehicles, ma'am, like motorcycle, van, or LT100. Depends on what kind of delivery you want to. The second, ma'am, man, is Daily Go. Daily Go is a mobile application for us to remind what we need to do. For example, we have a presentation right now, and beforehand, I use this app to remind me that we have a presentation and it will alarm depending on what time you want. Like, for example, you alarm it before 12 hours or 6 hours presentation. It's a huge help, especially for those people that are busy. Third one is Vol, Visitor on List. Vol is a system that our guards can use when a visitor will come in and out our subdivision. Nowadays, other subdivision use cards or logbooks to write those people that will visit. But with the help of VOL, we can easily save the information of those people who visit our subdivision easily. Fourth one is Elderly Express. Elderly Express is a mobile application for our lolas and lolos. It's a huge help for our elderly, especially to those that have a problem with their eyesight. For example, your lola or lolo forgot their reading glass they ha- and they need to chat their relatives. Then they can use this app to use the voice commands that whatever they want. They can ask things on it and the app will AI in the AI will speak about it. The last is Student Plus. Student Plus is an app for students like us. It is an app that like a social media. For example, you want to know about your about your course information technology. The application will ask you what is your course and after selecting it, will bring a timeline or feed, which are those people who talk about it and share their experience about the course you choose. That's it, ma'am. And this is the all the titles we have.
Thank you. Pakiangat mo nga anak, hindi ko makita yung iba eh.
Wait lang po.
Tingnan mo oh. Hindi kompleto.
Ay.
Okay. Ayan, habang nanonood ako, may ginagawa ko rito, alam niyo na. Okay? Now with this, what makes me interest here is the tap to grab. Okay? Pero, what I want you to do is, this tap to grab is just a part, is just a module of your TODA system. Did you get the point?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we all know, most especially here in Cavite area, there are so many TODAs. TODA. Nakita nyo yung samahan ng mga tricycle, right? Okay, obviously, when they ask the list of this TODA, for sure, one thing is for sure, that is in a manual way. Kasi wala naman silang system. Okay? So, gagawan nyo sila ng MIS, okay, with the scope, okay, nandun yung profiling, sino yung driver, sino yung operator, ano yung plaka, ano yung ganito, sino yung naka-duty this day, sino yung naka-duty sa susunod. Pero other than that, since they were actually into behind na, and let us add them this kind of module na other than sa pag-duty nila doon sa pag-duty nila doon sa line nung kanilang TODA, dahil most of the time right now hindi na katulad nung dati kasi unang-una nawala na yung mga student. Okay? Too many losses for them also. Okay? Pero dahil merong mga nag-grab na motor at may nag-grab na mga bakit hindi rin sila maging grab type? No? So kunyari, meron silang system. I'm sorry for that. Meron silang system, tapos website, tapos merong nagpapa-grab dito. Okay, tapos nandun siya sa vicinity. I'm the nearest one, so puntahan ko na yan. Parang ganon, alam niyo yon?
Yes po. Bali po ang gagawin, yung ano na lang po, parang Grab for tricycle.
No, the MIS itself, the Management Information System plus that Grab.
Sige po.
Okay, so yan yung pinaka parang yun yung pinaka parang updated nyo from the existing. Though wala pa namang existing na TODA, pero what is good, pati tricycle naka-grab na. And that will be add up. So kunyari, sasabihin ko, Lubay, okay, igagrab ko siya. Tapos gagrab, pupunta siya rito. Tapos pagpunta niya rito, basically what will happen, etong dalawang box na to, i-deliver mo kay Lombera, ito yung address. Okay, tapos i-deliver niya yun doon nang hindi na ako kasama. Did you get the point? Hindi na ako kasama. Kasi instead the tricycle, hindi siya kaya ng tricycle dahil dalawang box to ng gata. So instead of the tricycle, instead of the motorcycle, the single, I will grab the tricycle. Nagets niyo na?
Yes po.
Ayun, ganon. Ganon yung pinaka niyan kasi it's pandemic. So dapat pati sila ay ma-elevate into something na mas nakikita pa din sila. O sasabihin ni sino naka-duty, matatrack down niya yon. Sino ang nandito sa ganito? Ganyan. O, iisipin niya ngayon what should be the proper solution on that kasi grab nga eh. Okay, so lalabas dun sa parang system nila na sino ang nasa Alapan 1A? Nakaganyan ako, tapos traffic. Tapos igagrab ko siyang ganon. Ako po, nasa Alapan area ako. O sige, puntahan mo si Lubay on this address. Meron siyang ipapa-deliver kay Kirk dito papunta sa may Bukandala or papunta sa may Paliko 1. Ganon. Tapos i-display niya yung rate niya. Sasabihin niya, from Alapan to ganito, 150. O, di yun na yung i-deliver. Okay, so it's just a module of your jeepney MIS. Ay, TODA MIS. Okay? So maganda din 'yan. Pwede naman 'di ba? Possible din naman.
Okay na po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Alam niyo, pwede mong gamitin yan sa capstone mo na. Kakaiba yan.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monique De La Cruz, and I'm with Bill Galliano, and we are here to present to you our title proposal. So the first title proposal that we would like to present is named as Computer-Based Examination System. Preparing examination is difficult to handle, aside from that it is also time-consuming process for the teachers. Besides this, even if the teachers can prepare the sufficient exam, it is difficult to prevent students from cheating. This is a system that involves in conducting of examinations through website or internet using a computer. It also a great help in reducing the large proportion of workloads in examination papers, grading, and reviewing. Now for our second title, it, it is entitled a voluntary management system. This is a management system where it provides mapping, client record keeping, monitoring spaces, accounting, and finance. Paper records are prone to tearing, damaging, and loss of records, so storing and maintaining these files is difficult and time consuming. Thus, this system improves the productivity and record managing. Keeping records of the location of the clients also make for the relatives easier to find, as getting lost inside is not impossible. For our third title, it is entitled as Virtual Make Service System. Again, because of the pandemic, even gatherings for any purpose are banned such as much as possible in the country. This is why this system provides a Zoom application or other video conference-like experience for the relatives and friends who can attend the gathering physically due to the pandemic or their distance. Guests are able to attend from the comfort of their home or any other remote location by using their computer, tablet, phone, or other device with the help of the said system. For the fourth title, this is called Barangay Information System. This system makes the management in barangay easier as it maintains the resident records as complete and as updated as possible. It is also easier access for verification and monitoring purposes based on resident census data. The system also provides efficient and effective transactions because of the organized records in the database than the manual managing of records. Having the records computerized, the amount of paperwork would also decrease. And that's all for my titles. For the next title, Miss Jubil Galliano will be the next one to present.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jubil Galliano, and these are my titles. Veterinary Information Management System. Veterinary Practice Management Software is the tool that helps to deal with the day-to-day operation of a veterinary practice. It allows frequent capturing of patient demographics, scheduling of appointments, and the basic day-to-day jobs of veterinary operation. Next. Mobile-based airline reservation system for iOS and Android. Mobile-based airline reservation system will allowing users to book flights on the go from any smartphone device. The mobile application is integrated to deliver flight availability and fare prices that are right up to date in real time, so customers are only offered seats that are available at the current selling prices. Next. Automated hotel parking system. Fully automated parking system operate much like robotic valet parking. The driver drives the car into an APS entry area. The driver retrieves the car by inserting a ticket or code into an automated terminal. The APS lifts the car from its parking space and deliver it to an exit area. Next. Barcode-based attendance information security management system. The attendance information system will be used to monitor the visitors of your respective institution or companies. It is a computer-based system that provides easy and efficient way of attendance monitoring in your company and promotes security of individuals so that no unauthorized person can enter in a restricted areas. This system helps to automate the manual operation, and to maintain the records of all personnel and employees in the company. And last, cooking gas online ordering system. Everything now is can be ordered online. But until now, to order LPG, we have to call or text the shop to place an order. So, Cooking Gas Online Ordering System is a mobile app with a smart device that provides LPG users with a cheaper, and safer and convenient way to order LPG. That's all. Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Uh, Wait lang ah. How, how and what? Wait. I will go with the ano. I will go with the columbarium management system. Okay, sana meron kayong maano niyan. May depende kung anong MIS ang gagawin natin sa columbarium. Okay, pero kung kaya nyo, ibig ko sabihin, kung kaya nyo makakuha ng mga ideas, because what we will be asking there is the business process. Okay? Excuse me, paano yung in, paano yung out, is there a request, how much, paano yung payment, paano yung ganito, okay? Parang ganon, ha? Ang aasikasuhin nyo. Pero syempre, it's up to you if you will if you will want it in a web base or a mobile base. Kasi pagka web, automatic nandun na sa mobile no? Nandun na siya sa mobile, you can browse it Pero pag mobile into web, parang hindi yata possible. Parang kumbaga yung pang mobile, i-view mo dun sa laptop mo, yun. Though pwede yatang i-download mo yung pinaka-app niya. Tapos from there, doon ka ngayon mag-work. Pero kasi nowadays, mas accessible nandun sa mobile. And all naman na naka-app sa web, since yung ating mobile is naka-ano na nga siya, naka-web base nga siya. Okay? So thank you for that to the two beautiful ladies, Columbarium Management System. Next, please.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Welcome. Next time, I really want you to lalagyan nyo pa ng diin at saka lalagyan nyo pa ng loudness. Okay, actually ako, Galiano, do you hear my voice like shouting?
Opo.
Okay, pero do you hear it clear and strong?
Yes po.
Okay, so dapat ganun ang delivery tsaka ang dating, ha? Siyempre, this is actually an initial but there are more to come like yung sa SAD nyo, okay, dalawa yan alam ko, para kayong merong testing tapos prior dun sa tapos you still also have in software engineering, tapos meron pa kayong capstone. So with that, you take it positively to continue placing courage dun sa heart nyo, sa chest nyo para mas mas maganda yung dating. Okay, so kahit na babae. Okay, thank you. I will hear from them, the next group.
Naririnig po ako.
Yes, anak.
Okay po, thank you po. Good evening po. We are group number 8 from BSIT 3A. I am Maliana Marie Victoria Vargas and Charles William Ang is my partner and we are here to present our titles. So thesis title number 1 is Mobile-Based Yearbook Gallery Application. Yearbooks compile memories of events and people involved in a school year. In a traditional way of creating a yearbook, a lot of paperworks will be involved and a tantamount usage of paper as well. Productions of yearbooks as hard copies are costly and time-consuming. You'll wait for months or even years for you to see the actual yearbook. And right now, during a global pandemic, this traditional way is inefficient and inconvenient for both the students and the school personnel. Mobile-based yearbook gallery is an application that will serve as as a mobile-based gallery of school yearbooks that is easily accessible and convenient to the students and school personnel. The students and school personnel can view and reminisce memories from the yearbook without seeking or waiting for a hard copy. It will reduce the cost and time consumed in producing a copy of a yearbook. The main objective is to provide a mobile-based application for the school yearbooks to be easily accessible and readily available. Specific objectives: number one, to develop a system that will help the management, personnel, and students have an easy access to the school's yearbook. Number two, design and develop a mobile-based application that will help for the availability of the yearbook. And number three, the output of the project can provide fast and efficient way of accessing yearbooks.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Charles William Ang from BSIT 3A, Group 8. And this is our second title, Boarding House Management System. Boarding House Management System is a system intended to be used in managing boarding houses. The said project will automate the operation of the boarding house, which will improve the operational efficiency and overall experience of the tenant. The manual operation involves the use of paper and pen approach in the recording, which is prone to human errors. The records and reports about the operation of the boarding house are not highly accurate and reliable. The use of the manual operation will slow the operation of the boarding house and will affect the experience of the guests in staying in the rented rooms and beds. Thus, there is a need for development in the system used in managing boarding houses. The system will allow monitoring tenants' payment, the status of the rooms and beds if available, water and electricity bills, of reports. The system will improve the operation of the boarding houses by eliminating the manual process and errors encountered in pre-existing management system. The system will make boarding house management easy, fast, convenient, accurate, and reliable. Boarding house will be managed effectively and efficiently. Our main objective, next slide, please. Our main objective is of the proposed study is to design and develop boarding house management system which will convert the manual process into computer-based process houses. Our specific objective is next slide. Our objective is number one, to design and develop our user-friendly system for the end users. Number two, to create centralized record management of the tenants and management report. Number three, to increase operational efficiency and experience of the tenants while staying in the boarding house. Third
For our
type.
third title is Web-based Student Council Voting System. Academic institutions have different organizations within the school body, and one of these is a student council. Student council is an organization in school that is formed by student leaders. Aspiring student leaders form parties and go through the election process. The election will determine the winning student candidates that will be part of the student council. Traditionally, school conducts student council elections manually using ballot cards and ballot boxes. Casting votes manually is time-consuming and requires students and school election advisors to invest valuable efforts. Thus, there is an evident need for more systematic method to be used during the student council election. Web-based student council voting system is designed for academic institutions to conduct student council election online. The system will be used for voting, counting, consolidating, transmitting results, and determining winning candidates real-time during student council elections. The student may register to the system to cast their votes. The system will be managed by any in-charge administrator. The proposed system will allow students to choose their candidates electronically, speed up vote counting, increase security, accuracy, and reliability of the election, and automatically generate the results to determine the winning candidates. The main objective of the researchers is to design, develop, and implement a web-based voting system to be used by schools during student council elections. Specific objectives: number one, to develop a system that will allow electronic conduct of student council election. Number two, to reduce the manual workloads and paperwork involved during the election process. Number three, to increase the security and reliability of the election. For our fourth title, number four, for specific objectives, to ensure high accuracy and validity of results of the election. Number five, to introduce a fast and fair election process. Number six, to evaluate the system in terms of user acceptability, effectiveness, dependability, timeliness, and quality. For our fourth title,
Sorry, nakamute pala ako. Medical store management system. Medical stores are established to provide medical supplies, especially medicine supplies, to the people. Managing a medical store is quite complicated, especially in terms of stock, inventory, and record management. Medical stores needs to ensure they have adequate stock to support and provide for the needs of the customers. Efficient records management is also essential to ensure the success of the shop. The shop's full operation. Medical stores are in continuous search of an efficient and reliable system to aid and streamline their daily operations and transactions. There is a need for electronic intervention in managing medical stores. Medical store management system is designed for medical stores. The said project will equip medical stores with tools to electronically conduct their daily operations and transactions. Our main objective is next slide. The main goal of the project is to implement medical store management system to digitally transform the operations and transactions of medical store. Our specific objective is next slide. Our specific objectives is number one, to eliminate paperwork involved in managing medical store. Two, to allow medical store to electronically conduct stocks inventory to monitor stock supplies in the store. Three, to assess the system in terms of user acceptability, effectiveness, quality, reliability, and productivity. And fifth, right.
for our fifth title, online tabulation system. Events or competitions are very common, especially in schools, barangays, city, mall, etc. In every competition, the tabulation process is critical. Additionally, tabulators manually calculate the scores and record it on a piece of paper, which is prone to errors. Manual tabulation of scores also requires valuable time and effort from the tabulators. Also, tabulation of scores may not be accurate, or records of the tabulated scores may misplace. The manual process is not ideal, for it does not produce a highly accurate and reliable result of the contest, and we are also currently facing a global pandemic. Online tabulation system is a system that will allow automated tabulation of scores during events or competitions. The system will allow the judges to electronically input their scores, and the system will automatically tabulate the scores and provide results of the contest. Judges will use the system and enter their scores for every contestant in the competition. The system will electronically tabulate the scores and generate results of the competition. This system will make tabulation process easy, fast, accurate, and convenient. For the main objective is to design and develop a tabulation system that will assist events management during events or competition. Specific objectives: number one, to develop a system that will allow automated process of tabulating scores. Number two, to design a tabulation system that is capable of managing events and competitions. And number three, the system will also serve as an archive of all information about the contest. For our number four, to design a tabulation system that is easy to use and have a user-friendly interface. And number five, the system will make tabulation process easy, fast, accurate, and convenient. For our sixth title,
For our last title, Student Grade Record Keeping System. Student Grade Record Keeping System is a system intended to facilitate the record keeping and issuance of grades. It will provide smooth operation purposes and it seeks for further advancement in the school system where technology can help the office to be more efficient. The SGRKS would facilitate the record keeping and issuance of grades. It will provide smooth operation purposes and it seeks for further advancement of the technology system where technology can help the office to be more efficient. The system will automate the records of the student and will end the process of grade issuance of the school. If the student record will be automated, the school will be able to increase staff efficiency, perform routine tasks automatically, and deliver their service more efficiently. Our main objective is next slide. The main purpose of this study is to develop a student record keeping system that is accurate, fast, and accessible. Specific objective is number one, eliminate lag time between the submission of grade by subject teachers and the department head to the registrar, thus preventing a delay in submission and issuance of grade. Two, provide a system can be used by the faculty, department head, registrar personnel. Number three, develop record service using database system in storing students' grades. That's all po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Ay, sorry, nakamute. Kanina pa ako nagsasalita. Kaloka. Sorry. Hindi yung sinabi nakamute. Okay, so thank you for that, Charles and Aliana. Okay, pero what actually makes interest here, it seems the boarding house management system. Okay? Kasi yung sa yearbook, parang ano lang, parang kailangan siguro FB lang yan. Okay? Yung sa student council voting, it's not actually a voting alone. It is the MIS where in fact one of the module is just a voting. Tapos voting, tas online yan. Parang kumbaga sa US, habang nagbo-vote sila, nandun sa board yung tally. Pumapasok ng pumapasok. But how are you going to do that? Di ba, no? Actually, mga pinopose na kasi ang mga yan eh. Okay, it's just repeat, 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 and repeat. Okay, with the boarding house, let us consider a bigger one. Hindi yan yung bahay na to na merong paupahang bed space or dalawa. Okay, the boarding house that you were telling here is just like a condominium boarding houses na parang yung parang mga nasa Manila, yung parang mga nasa UST, ganon. May mga A1, tapos ilang palapag yun, 50 floors, tapos lahat yun po rent for boarding ng mga students. So, ganon ang conception ko dyan. Okay? So, let us set the boarding. Okay, thank you. Next please, the group 10 na.
Thank you rin po.
Tenth group.
Ma'am, wait lang po, ma'am.
Okay lang anak, go on.
Hello. Good evening, Ma'am Obon. I'm Joshua Esguera, and in the other tab is Dave Cornell. We're from BSIT 3A. So our proposed title consists of 8 titles. So let me present first. First on the list is mobile-based doctor appointment booking. The online doctor application proposed here is an Android-based smart application that will help the users to identify a disease based on the symptoms. So when a patient enters his or her symptoms, the system will incorporate various machine learning and deep learning techniques to identify the disease. Then, based on the disease identified, the system will recommend a list of doctors having expertise on the particular disease. The patients can book an appointment with the doctors as per their preferred time and date. The patients can also chat with a doctor to get consultation. So next, mobile-based clinic consultation. With this consultation app, you can receive a remote healthcare services from a doctor without stepping foot in their office. So this system integrates a live consultation with a doctor available online, which gives the doctor the opportunity to access, examine, and diagnose a patient of an ailment or a disease. So next, healthcare information system using wearable devices. This system determines and confirms efficiency of treatment based on a real-time physiological feedback. They provide early detection of relapse and indicate if there is any deterioration of health after a period of improvement. Wearable device can provide patient monitoring, surveillance, screening, diagnosis, and assistance. With wearable devices can provide physiological monitoring during clinical trials, such as in the case of new drug development, and provide early detection of adverse effects. So my last research title is Diagnostic Center Client Coordination System. The system is capable of evaluating patient bills and providing them in printable format. The system also allows admin to store and update patient data for existing and new patients. Diagnose centers need to maintain good relations with their clients. There is always a database of clients maintained in every diagnostic center. The database includes client contact details as well as his test done. It includes data like contact numbers, name, address, email, etc. Clients may conduct various tests all the diagnostic center, including blood tests, urine tests, as well as cholesterol, liver, and kidney tests. So that's all for me. Here's Dave Cornell to continue our proposal for research title. Thank you, ma'am, for listening.
So, good afternoon, Ma'am Obon. I'm Cornel Dave C. from Bsit 3A. The first proposed title is the Android-based attendance app using Smart Card Reader. The current attendance system is most of the educational institution is paper-based, wherein the students are expected to sign an attendance sheet. The smart attendance will help to mark the attendance of the students attending a particular lecture. So what is the smart card reader? It's a plastic technology card with a built-in chip used for electronic processes, including personal identification, access control, authentication, and financial transaction. Smart card readers obtain or read this type of data. So and the second proposed title is the Android task monitoring. This application helps you to make sure that the tasks you set actually get done with the help of its AI assistant. It monitors your Android phone, pings you at times you're likely to see a notification, and make sure you don't forget about items on your to-do list. It keeps track of your Android phones, pings you when you are likely to receive a notification, and guarantees you don't forget anything on your to-do list. This application, which is one of the both characters, provides you with a free productivity assistant that engage you throughout the day to help you become a more productive version of yourself. So the third is the base furniture shopping, Android based furniture shopping. The system provides a categorized list of furniture products of different styles and models. Users have to log in into the system for browsing each product and can then add them into their cart. The online furniture buying initiative offers up full furniture stores online, making furniture transactions simple for both buyers and sellers. So the last one is the Android location alarm. So this title application helps you to track the user location with the help of GPS. system retrieves the user current geological coordinates. With the help of this system, tracks user current location. To use this system, user must register by filling up the details required by the system. After entering the After entering the task details, user will get the map in which the task location will be circled, and he will get to know the distance between his current location and this task location. So here's our references in the summary of our titles. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For a while, let me have this one scrutinized. Appointment, mobile-based clinic consultation.
Ma'am, sorry po, napindot ko po yung leave.
Okay lang, bahala ka sa buhay mo dyan. Okay. Ito bang ano mo, appointment and clinic mo, will it be possible for the health centers na gagawin mong MIS? Parang yung tatlo na yan, magkakasama siya dun.
Sa tingin ko pwede naman po.
Okay. So yun na lang Josh. Okay? So e-health for the health center. Okay, let us make it something more isasama natin dyan yung sa pandemic yung pinaka anong tawag nila doon, yung mga facility area. Kasi 'di ba, before you will go to the facility area, you need to tap the barangay, parang ganon. It's part of it right now. 'Di ba no? You just go over with, if you have the chance, with the health center, or kung meron kayo diyan mga makikita, bago yan kunin, or the people who assist this infected or affected ng COVID, barangay pa rin, yung barangay at saka yung barangay health center. Ganyan yan natatap siyang ganun. Alam ko yan yun. Pero syempre, dahil nowadays, it's COVID. So, yun nga, through text or through na lang, email or messages. But if they have that one, they can easily say, oh, I will go to the Alapan 1C Health Center site, and then I'm gonna communicate to them through the website. Diba? Parang good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Next,
Thank you po,
please.
ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you din.
Mic check, mic check. Naririnig po ba ako?
Hello.
Naririnig ako. Good evening, Ma'am Ovon. We are Group 10, and I'm John Leiron Havilinar from BSIT 3A.
And I'm Mabulak Joshua, and today we will present to you our research title proposals. So next. So of our first title that we have come up with is Portable Health Center Medicine Management System. As someone who knows a barangay health center worker, I found out a lot of their problems stems from the no actual cataloging of their medicine currently in stock and paraphernalias available. The purpose of this system is to catalog all the medicines and those paraphernalia inside the health center to help these health workers easily find the things they need or easily see if they still have it on hand should someone inquire for those medicines. So the next title is
Contract Tracing Information Management System. This system lets the user record where and when did she or he got to a certain places in case he contact an illness or a virus. It has a few features that let the user browse the history of when and where did the user came. On the other hand, enterprises, places, can also use this system to replace paper-based con- contact tracing for more secure database storage that could easily query information.
So our third title is PC Building and Component Compatibility Simulator. So one of the topics we learned in senior high is how to build a computer within a budget. The purpose of this system is to simulate building a computer to help those who are not familiar with its various parts. This especially helps to those people who has a limited amount of money, maximizing the specification of the PC they are going to build. This system will show the user the various parts that are compatible with each other and list the computer build's final pieces and specifications for easy printing or downloading should the user use it as a reference when they are going to build the PC. So next.
Our fourth title is Quick Emergency Distress Reporting System. This system helps the user to report if there is any danger or if there is any immediate need of help. They would need to register or fill up a form to a website or an app that would LGU give to a user. So after to report them immediately and fill up a specification for them to send a quick response team for your emergency. For our next title.
So our fifth title is Intelligent Home Power Management System. The purpose of this system is to manage the devices at home through a system that informs the user if a device is being used for an extended period of time, although it would be limited to only Bluetooth devices due to our current system restrictions. This would help lower the electricity bill as well as reduce the chances of fire due to devices that are left on for a long period of time. So next.
Our sixth title is Disaster Preparedness Reference System. The purpose of this system is that it helps the user visualize the scenario of a disaster virtually that helps the user to solve the problems occur in that situation. This would help the user prepare beforehand in any case of the disaster striking the location of the user. For our next title is
So our seventh title is Personal Portfolio and Resume Maker System. The purpose of this system is to create a quick and easy place to create a personal portfolio or a resume. It will ask the user for the information needed and present various templates for a resume or the portfolio and apply the collected information on the selected template. So the next title is
our eighth title is Budget Organizer and Calculation System. This system helps the user to carefully manage their budget based on their needs by inputting the total the total amount of money. This system calculates the by percentage by the of the total amount of money that the user inputs a, cer- a certain a certain topic or certain entity.
So our ninth title is Digital Notebook and Portfolio Management System. The purpose of this system is to create a note management system that would allow users create digital notebooks for their various purposes. They would be allowed to add in pictures and files in a portfolio to keep them organized based on the user's need. This would add in customizable categories for each notebooks to create the digital notebook and portfolio management system. So for our last title,
For our last title, vacation planning, and scheduling system. Of course, we people are mentally and physically drained. So this so after this pandemic, we plan to go to a vacation that help us rejuvenate. So this system help us to properly schedule our vacation. This system would allow the user to view various vacation destination and allow the user to schedule their plans so they can easily follow it and maximize their plans. That's all for our title titles. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Another wonderful set of, ang dami, no? Isipin nyo, naiisip nyo na ngayon yan. I don't know if one of this is approved in your SAD, but it's okay. So, I'm sorry for the Portable Health Center na i-donate na natin yan. Sige, let us go with your contract tracing. Okay, pero yan, sige, dyan na muna tayo mag-focus kasi that's actually something unique and relevant right now. Okay, you are supposed to be, teka lang Hadilorna, HIJK. And sino anak ang ano mo? Contact tracing. Spelling mo ba? Sino ka group mo, Habilunar?
Ang si Mabulak Joshua po.
Okay. Thank you for the two of you.
Thank you,
Next,
ma'am.
please.
Thank you.
Anim na lang. Matatapos ba natin to? Go on, 7:30.
Ma'am, kita po ba yung presentation ko?
Yeah, kita naman anak. Sino ka group mo anak?
Solo lang, ma'am.
Okay.
So, good evening, ma'am. I am Hazel Angandara from BSIT3A. So, for first proposed title is the iTech Book, an educational mobile application for the computer studies student of CABSU IMUS. So, this system is an educational application wherein teachers can upload their lessons or exercises for students. So, as we all know that pandemic is rising today, is a lot of school is doing an online schooling and using different online educational application like Google Classrooms and etc. So unlike in Google Classroom, this system is more organized. For example, is you have a different subject. In those inside those subjects, there are different categories like lessons, quizzes, exercises, video or audio lessons like that. So in those categories, they can only upload in those. Next, I also included the advantages of this system, which is organized. You save a lot of time and easy to use and modern learning techniques. Second title is the EVAC card, an electronic vaccination card. It is a digital vaccination card for individuals who are getting their vaccines. So what we have right now is a paper card for our vaccination information, and as we all know that paper can be easily crumpled, tearable, and also tend to lose. And this system, you can only need their smartphone and show your vaccination card. So for title is an e-quick market in order to pick up mobile application for 678 wet and dry market. Um, e-quick market is a pre-ordering system for people around 678 wet and dry market wherein they can place their order in the app then pick it up from their store or stores. And, so in this time of pandemic, the government restricted us to go out our homes to buy our needs. So in this system, you only need your devices to pre-order in different store or that specific market, and after that, you only need to pay and pick it up from the stores. This study has only specific target, which is um, um, the people around this market, the wet and dry, and the 6-7 at wet and dry market. So ayun lang po, ma'am. Thank you. Hello po. Okay na po.
Okay, tatlo lang pala yan ano ate ko, pero it's ano okay lang ganda. Alam mo, I get interested with your uh, e-quick market. Okay, maganda yan. Siguro diyan tayo mag-focus. Gandara.
Okay po.
Kasi ano, yung parang pag namamalengke ka, pwedeng either ipa-deliver or parang order tapos ang scenario niyan kunyari yung isang e-quick market may gulay na, may baboy na, may chicken pa, may fish pa. Tapos dun lang siya mamimili. Tapos dun sa pamimili niya, at the end of the line, i-deliver sa kanya yon. Okay, tapos itong lahat ng ano na to, lahat ng stall na nandoon, meron lang meron siyang pinaka parang referee, parang team player. Tapos ito deliver lahat. Tapos pagsasama-samahin 'yon. Ito kay ano tapos kunyari ang bill ko ay nasa worth kunyari 4,500. Syempre, bago i-deliver sa akin 'yon, binayaran ko na, 'di ba? Binayaran ko na. So parang quick dry market nga 'yan, parang gano'n. Palengke. Palengke 1. So kung ayaw ko talaga lumabas, or kung infected talaga kami, I can go with the e-quick dry market. Kasi, ang concern dyan, hindi kasi lahat available sa grocery. Pangalawa, mahal. At least alam mo, meron pa rin naman talagang namimili sa mga sa mga wet and dry market na yung hindi talaga sa grocery. So, pwede din naman. Pero, iaano mo yon with the policy, guide and policy. Kung merong may either may delivery fee or may quota. Ganon.
Ma'am, may
Okay, so
deliver.
establish natin yan. Okay, so let us move now to the next. This is actually the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, L. This is the 13th group.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Last 5 groups, andyan pa ba o wala na po?
Hello, Willie.
Good evening po, ma'am. Nantay ko pa po yung paggrupo ko.
Hindi, pagka wala, we can move to the next kung wala.
Ito na po, ma'am.
Okay. So, who are you? And
So, ma'am, good day. I am Jason Laseste and Lance Christopher Celestino po. Nagrepresent po kami ng entitled. So, the number one po, ma'am, noted student schedule reminder of schoolwork system. So I come up with this idea that not because of all of schoolwork, hindi po siya nasasubmit in time because sa sobrang daming um, na-post na natatabunan na po siya. So naisip ko po itong idea na to para mas mapadali sa students na ma-manage yung mga activities nila. So this system will provide notification 2 days before the work's deadline. And also this is more simple. So next, taking care of your mental health. So many of people are suffering because of there are many works that needed to comply in a specific date and time that makes their mental health suffer. So this system will provide some exercise exercises to freshen up and lighten up the user's mental health. This may this system can help the students and also mga workers na nagsasuffer po sa mental health. So number 3, rest muna. Take a break from gadgets. So I come up with this idea noon because many percent of people are spending a lot of time through their gadgets than their loved ones. So this system will help them to manage their daily activity, and manage their time in gadgets or time through gadgets. So next, Lan Celestino.
Math look. Solving a math Rinig ba ako dyan? Solving a math equation is considered a big task earlier, but with the help of Matlook, you can now solve the most complicated math problems in an easy way. Matlook will help you in understanding your math problems and will improve your skills as well. Next, tulong, mobile vulcanizing. Nowadays, marami nagbabike sa atin ngayon. And hindi may iwasan na masiraan sila sa gitna ng daan. And posibleng yung vulcanizing shop is malayo pa. So, ayun. It's a mobile application. Na kung saan pwede silang mag-send ng pwede silang manghingi ng tulong sa nearest vulcanizing shop. And next one is waste management, waste monitoring software. Waste management software assists you in segregating your garbage and notifies you if the next waste collection day is scheduled. So last one is Cardo, car rental software. It's a software designed for managing your vehicle rental business and helps you in your car inventory, vehicle history reports, customer databases, payment processing, GPS tracking, and accounting. That's all po.
okay,
So
thank
that's all
you.
po, ma'am. Thank you.
Oo, that's all nga. Ibalik nyo yung ano, anak. Yan, that's all ka pa dyan. Paluin kita sa puwet eh.
Sorry po, ma'am.
Wait. Okay, so student schedule reminder for schoolwork system, taking care of your mental health, take a break, waste management, monitoring software. I will go with, alam mo, meron pang isa eh, wala dyan, hindi mo nilagay. Ayan no, yung sa vulcanizing, yung tulong vulcanizing. Parang gusto ko yan. I get interested of that. I supposed to have the four eh, but I get more interested with number 7. Okay? So, teka lang i-record natin. You have the vulcanizing. Okay, thank you. Next. 14th, no? 14, 15, 16. Apat na
Ah,
lang?
ako, ako na po.
Sige, Muyalde.
Ay, Rad,
Magka-grupo ba kayo, Rada?
hindi
Ikaw
po
pa
ma'am,
una.
solo lang po ako ma'am.
Sige, Rada, go on.
Okay po. Naka-share na po yung screen po ba ma'am?
Yes.
Okay
But
po. So, good afternoon ma'am. This
good
is
evening
my,
na.
good evening ma'am. I am Leon Andrada and I'm BSIT 3 and I'm here to present my titles in our subject. So, first is the e-text update in school system. In this system, the student were being notified if there is no class in school. So it can help the student with the laziness when it comes in opening a social media to inform that there are no classes. So the next title is e-joining basketball league in barangays. So in this system naman, in this system, it can give a chance to a kid that or to participate in barangay league or kumbaga mahiyaan po ma'am, yung mga mahiyain makakasama sa sa liga. At hindi lang po yung may yung what we call may tropa po ma'am. So next is the ID system scanner for high school student. Ito this system po ma'am is to help na student or parents from I help the parents to inform them if their children is are going to school properly or they just cutting in school. Yung madalas po kasi nangyayari dati po ma'am nung high school po is more in cutting po yung nangyayari. Tapos ang pagkakaalam ng mga magulang is they are going to school. So next is online scheduling barangay health center. This po ma'am is to help the what we call the pregnant or the the person with the disability to help them ensure that or to check the schedule of the doctors in the barangay health center and to update them if there are doctors or tawag mga po ma'am para updated sila kung sakaling merong bang nagbabantay mayroong tawag dito mga doktor na nag-aano do sa health center kasi po ma'am minsan walang doktor tapos pupunta sila and they did not updated po ma'am. So the last one po is the e-trash scanner. The matagal na po problema ng bansa natin ang tungkol sa pollution po ma'am. So in this system yang it is to help our country for mga yung iba po kasi ma'am na alam na nilang plastic po dito tapos papel yung sa kabila, pinagsasama pa rin po. Ito pong na to, system na to is to help scan if this is plastic or if it's not or that's all. Thank you po ma'am.
Okay, my first question is, wag mong i-end slide. My first question is, Are you not friend of Gandara? Kasi si Gandara mag-isa lang, tas ikaw mag-isa lang din. Isn't it possible na mag-merge kayo? Parang ganon? Gandara, are you there?
Um,
Gandara,
ewan ko,
ano?
ewan ko po ba, pero ayaw po yata mag-group ng ni Gandara eh.
Okay. Tapos, para kasing sa lahat ng groupings, kayo lang ang nahiwalay. Parang ganon. Pero kasi, we go on, meron na tayong barangay health center kasi yung sa school naman, it's not actually applicable. Okay?
Okay.
Yung e-text na yan, anak, that is only one module out of the whole system of the school. Okay? Yan, ma'am. Ano nga ang concept mo dun sa e-trash? Ano yung pinaka magiging ano niyan, system niyan? Anong pinaka magiging ano niya, process niyan? O may basura, o dumaan ka, may basura, paano mai-scan? Parang ganon. Or saan
Ano
yung
po ma'am?
particular naka-post?
Madalas po ma'am sa school po ma'am. Kumbaga ma'am, pag hinulog niya yung basura niya, matik po ma'am, i-scan na po yun ng system tapos malalaman kung plastic po ba ma'am o papel yun nilagay.
Isn't it we are doing it in biodegradable, non-biodegradable, though syempre matitigas pa rin ang ulo natin, we don't follow because sometimes we cannot identify, di ba? No, siguro, anak, the list is, let us go the barangay or the ILIG, Barangay Management Information System. Yun. Okay, lalakihan natin yung scope syempre. As of now kasi wala pa rin namang wala naman pa ring liga, pero out of your titles, the list that I can have is yung barangays, yung liga.
Okay po
Okay?
ma'am.
Ayan, thank you. Next please.
Thank you po ma'am.
Who's next?
Kami po ma'am. Hello po.
Hello.
Hindi
Hello.
po.
Oo. You
No.
can share now. Moyalde.
Sino ba na? Kami mauna kasi na.
O sige na, sila Moyalde.
Kami po
Sino
muna,
ka-group ni
Majed.
Moyalde? Ha?
Ano, paano ba yung ano nito? Yung
15 kami. 14 yun sila ano eh. Si Rada 14, kami 15.
sinusunod
Hindi,
ba yung
okay
lista?
lang yan. Hayaan mo na yan. Matatapos din kayo. Go on. Sige, Muyalde na. Tapos pagkatas kayo. Kaya ako nga, napapagod na nga ako eh. Kasi hindi tayo matatapos nang hindi kayo lahat may title. Sino ka-group ni Muyalde?
Ako po, ma'am, Pereras po.
Okay, sige. Tapos sunod na sila Espirido kayo na sunod.
Okay po.
Espirido.
Hello. Kita ba?
Dalawang grupo pa no? Yeah, kita anak, go on, please.
Good evening. I'm Troy Daryl Mande and my co-presenter are
Juana
Miss
Marie Pereras.
Yeah. Our first title are online registration in barangay ID clearance and certificate. For the reason of this title, when I'm getting a barangay certificate, I observed that they don't have the online capabilities to register online. So many of the people there are going there for manual registration, which manual getting of certificate. And for that reason, the in COVID days, the safety regulation are not followed. So that's why and the objective of this, it's easy to get the registration and clearance of in barangay. The next are record management for homeowners in subdivision. In the subdivision, usually the record of the homeowners are usually manual or in the log book. So the objective of this title are to implement the digitalized record for homeowners to identify the homeowners and the tenant of the in the house. On XR online information for transportation and transportation fair in Cavite. So this title the objective of this title are usually to inform the people in Cavite the transportation ways and the fare with fare of the transportation. So you you not like the other there's a other transport like travel guides for example are usually they point the destination, just the destination, and they didn't point out the what what are the transportation vehicle that possible to go to their destination. Okay, next are Miss Perez.
So for school ID, it is for monitoring and knowing where your ID might be if it's lost. So I came up with this idea for if ever we go back to face-to-face class. This is for the student to monitor their ID where it is, if ever it might lost or misplaced. That's just what I've said earlier. Because we all know that it is hard to lose an ID because it has a lot of process for you pa to process to be able to get a new ID. So in this system you can just track it. So next. So class ID. System for monitoring attendance using student ID. So in this application, um, all you have to do is just click it and it will automatically authenticate it. This system is for the student who's having a hard time filling up the online class attendance because sometimes it's not working or it's having a problem due to high demand use. So next, schoolways is schoolways or school mapping. Schoolway. So this study tackle as well as when we go back from online class to face-to-face class. But still COVID exists. So it aims to help the new student who's unfamiliar with the school on where to go or where to find their classroom as well as they don't have to find they don't ha- I rather they don't have to interact with other people due to the precautions. So that would be all, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Wait lang It's a monitoring where the ID plus ID system for attendance, school risk, online registration for barangay, record management for the homeowners and subdivision, and transportation. Oh, yan yung sinasabi natin, no? Ano kaya na lang dyan? Siguro anak yung ano na lang, yung sa HOA, sa homeowners na lang. Ha? Sa inyo ni
Okay.
Muyalde.
Okay po.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Wait lang re-record natin. Homeowners. Okay, thank you. Espedido, you're next.
Hello po ma'am, good evening po.
Espedido. LMNO. Espedido in
TY po.
sino?
Si T
T.
po.
TY po.
Apo. So,
Okay,
good
go
evening,
on.
ma'am. We're the 15th group. I'm Christian Espedido together with my group mate, Gadi Jetty, and this is our research title proposals. The first one is called Humble Abode, an online house to rent finder. Personally, we don't have our own house and property, and finding a new house to live is very hard for us when we are about to move. We rely on close friends, uncertain referral, and finding one personally. There's still no existing websites or application that is exclusive for this type of problem here in the Philippines. But There are similar estate websites that exist abroad that can be used as a basis on making this website possible, like iproperty.com, justproperty.com, spacious.com, etc. But in this website, you can find house with in different categories from bed space to apartment to subdivision and even in condominium. Making this kind of web-based system can help a lot of people facing the same problem as ours. Next, the second one is called uh, scholarship system website to find available scholarship in excuse me in Imo City. Um, Most of the time, students rely on social media or for announcement of scholarship offered by private sectors without knowing that LGU and some politicians also offer it. To solve this problem, uh, making a website similar to jobstreet.com and trabahanap.com can be helpful in compiling those entities that offer scholarship and offer it to those who seek scholarship programs. Next, e-palengke, application-based e-commerce for wet and dry market goods. This is somehow similar to Miss Hazel Gandara's quick market. We already have e-commerce websites like Shopee and Lazada that offers a wide variety of products but offers only limited products for goods that can be seen in wet markets. For example, vegetables, meats, and fish, those kinds of products. And making an exclusive e-commerce for wet market can help a lot of people from saving time in going to the crowded markets physically, especially during these pandemic times. Next, ay, sorry po. Next is Find My Org social media. I Find My Org. Social media focuses on making local organization for a common interest. Excuse me po. Uh, when a person or when we graduate, working will be our surely will be our working will surely be our next priorities and hobbies we usually enjoy doing will be set aside. Find My Org is a social media that can help people find or create a group or organization with common interest and um, plan an activity based on majority's free time. It can also serve as a support group or support circle to tend uh, mental health issues like anxiety. Next, Barangay Accomplishment System for Imo City. Um, Being a public servant means you have a responsibility to serve and perform your sworn duty. And to prove your competency, you must accomplish projects that can be a big help to the people. Having system that helps you identify which barangay is best performing makes it easier for you to recognize them and use them as a good exemplar of good governance. And as we all know, transparency is what we taxpayers want. So letting them know how their tax is being used as a project can also improve the positive image of the said LGU. Next po. Jet.
Sorry, nakamute pala. The next one is computer assisted voice instruction with visual. Um, our technology today is advancing, and we can use this computer assisted voice instruction with visual to encourage interaction that can be presented on a computer in the appearance of text or multimedia formats that include speech, photos, videos, animations, and music. Because when you're studying with when you're reading while studying it, you tend to get bored and forget it after you read it. So I came to idea that we we can study with voice instruction and visual because our brain captures images faster than text. Rather than studying while reading, it's easier to understand something if you can also see it. The next one is mobile game disaster simulation based on real life survive the disaster. I was just thinking about disaster scenarios when I thought that if there's a puzzle like game based on a real life scenarios, when different disasters happen, then you need to think of a way of how are you going to survive it. We can make this game come to existence to be able to help many people to know what to do during disasters than to panic because this game is based on a real life scenarios. After playing it, you'll know what to do when a disasters happen. And the last one is video library management system about programming. As an IT student, I tend to look for tutorial videos online about programming and sometimes I'm having a hard time looking for videos that I need. I thought that if there's a library management system about programming, then I and other students won't have a hard time looking for videos. Library management system, uh, I thought of doing a library management system and collect videos about programming and put it on a system that it can be accessible to any students who needs to watch tutorials, then arrange it according to topics so that looking for a video won't be so hard. That's all po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the two of you. Paki-show nga yung ano. Wala nga. Hinatahan ko na kayo sa SPD. Scholarship system website to find available scholarship in IMOS. Yung ipalengke, -1 na yan. Barangay. Assisted mobile disaster simulator. Mobile disaster simulator. Video library management about program. Hindi yan. Hirap yan. Library system na lang pagka ganyan. Diba? Yung scholarship, pwede tayong gumawa niyan eh. Okay? Pwede nating i-imus tapos from there, yung ibang mga yung parang website siya ng yung parang sa imus. Pero though may process din yan to make things easy. May system siya. Tapos ano pa, pwede pa tayong mag-ano ro ng parang mag-invite kung ano yung kung ano at sino. Okay, diyan na lang kayo sa scholarship. Hawak ko yan dati eh. Meron ba ako diyang mga ano nun, mga friendship dyan na kumukuha ng meron bang kumukuha sa inyo ng TES, anak? Meron wala? Yung 20,000 ASEM?
Wala po. Ay, meron po pala.
Sino?
Dalawa po yata yun.
Nagtagpo ba kami? Nagtagpo ba tayo? Hindi na. I was there 2019, 2020. Oo, 2019, 2020 ng...
Ayun, TES po.
TES.
May nakuha po sa amin, dalawa po. Sa section.
Pero hindi na ako, no? Si Ma'am Salba na, Salbe.
Kayo pa po nun, ma'am.
Okay. So, yan ang gagawin na lang natin. Okay, thank you. Next, please. Is this last group? Okay, anak. Si Press at saka si ano? OP. Q. Si Legaspi at saka si Cañete. Go on, share your ano.
Hello po. Feedback. Patay ko yun. Ayan. Narinig na? Okay na? Nag-e-edit talaga. Ba't ganun? Ano, sa phone na lang tayo. Wait lang po. Wag na ano natin.
You can start now. Go on.
Rinig na, ma'am. Rinig na po.
Yes, yes.
So, good evening, ma'am. We are the last group. I am Alisa Angie Cañete.
And I'm Elijah Lee Legaspi.
We are here to present our proposed research title. So first, ISEC, Public Tracker, an anti-identity theft proposed mobile system security that tracks stolen or missing phones offline. This proposed system can only be managed and accessed by the admin and the client of every mobile phone. And with regards to the application that customer will install, the, the system will also notify them about system security, on how we protect every identity of the customer that includes access to unique IMEI or International Mobile Equipment Identity, a tracking system which can only be known or be easily memorized by the user. The goal of this system is not only for phone theft, but also to maximize identity theft and personal information to leak out. Next. Let It Flow, a system that detects the period schedule of women for the development of modern healthcare and awareness of their menstrual cycle. The goal of this mobile application system is to help raise awareness regarding on menstrual cycle of women. It is an assistant healthcare that creates personalized graphs and assists you in understanding your cycle patterns. It also participates It also participates in discussion about various health subjects to have a better understanding of your body's signals and to discover more about your ovulation cycle, fertile window, and PMS or premenstrual syndrome. Next. iCare Searcher, a healthcare companion chatbot system informing clients of their health queries. It is an offline system that is used in the development of modern healthcare mobile app, wherein the client search for the symptoms they felt, then the system has chatbots that automatically send and provide answers that will identify their most accurate information about their healthcare. Its objective is to help clients to be more knowledgeable about their health queries. Next.
Good evening, I'm Eliza Lee Legaspi. I will now present the other titles that we've come up with. First is Be My Vision, e-visual assistance application for the visually impaired individuals. We chose this title because we all know how difficult it is for a visually impaired person to locate someone to help them, and for this reason, they are often chastised by our society. So for the betterment of society and to give such people, especially blind people, an equal standing, we've come up with this idea of e-visual assistance application that allows the user to speak and seek help from application volunteers that will serve as their eyes. Second is Mind over Matter, e-mental health consultation and booking system with SMS notification. We all know that we're in the midst of pandemic and it has the seeds of major mental health crisis. Our aim is to have a hassle-free and convenient consultation as per safety also of people or users. This application allows the users to consult and book an appointment with payment options. It has SMS notifications that will send the user's schedule to remind them with their appointment. And lastly is InquiG, SMS-based auto-reply grade system for students of Cavite State University Imus Campus. We all know many students nowadays in CABSU Imus Campus has been struggling of internet connection access, and with that we've come up with this SMS-based auto-reply grade system that will be a convenient way and alternative way for the students who don't have any inter access or struggling with their internet connection. And this system uh, this system is this system will provide their grades information as per saved in the database. That's all. Thank you.
Ayan, thank you for that. Nakabit na naman ako. 6 lang 'to ano?
Apo.
Kaya lang alam mo anak, tanggalin mo nga yang stop sharing, paki-hide. Actually, mabigat 'tong ISEC mo. Kasi diyan sa ISEC mo with the public tracer, as if you will be doing your own GPS or your own your own, parang gagawa ka anak ng isang diyan, yung parang Google Map. Okay, that's actually or you can acquire the Google Map, kaya lang that's a little bit complicated. Okay? Yung sa yung sa monthly period, it's a mobile app. Parang small lang yung content. Okay? Yung magiging scope niya. Okay? Yung iCare searcher, this actually will be part nung parang ang concern mo dyan, parang kunyari sa Cavite, and then I'll be needing an OB-GYN. So, mahahanap ko kung saan-saan may OB-GYN. Tama ba? Parang gano'n ang mo dyan eh. Parang gano'n ang idea mo dyan.
Opo.
Parang gano'n. Yung mo, yung visually impaired, actually anak, yan, sa capstone mo na yan gamitin. Okay? Kasi that gives you both the software and the hardware. Okay, I don't go with that right now. Kasi yung mga yan, ginawa na rin namin yan doon eh. Okay? So, mind over matter, this is a mental health consultation and booking system with the SMS. Saan yan? Sa mental health? Talaga? Yung auto-reply kasi, other than the auto-reply, meron ka pa ring database ng grades. Ngayon, yung database kasi ng grades na yan, basically, they will not give it to you. Okay? So, ang idea niyan, parang ang concern mo, itatap mo yan mismo dun sa loob. Or in fact, there is an existing one that you are using na pinang-view nyo as simple as that, na pinang-i-encode namin as simple as that, tapos mabibview nyo na on the other side. Pero, if you're gonna get this one or you're going to have that one, ang concern natin, anak, ay hindi nila i-hand over sa'yo yung grading system. Okay? Kasi that's data privacy or another another mabigat na part. Okay? O ayan. Other than that, meron pa ba? Ano ba isa ko naisip? I forgot yung isa ko pang naisip. Actually, I go with the either 2 or 3. Pero meron pa akong isang naisip na galing doon sa ibang group hindi ko lang matandaan. Yung parang sa Senro, anak, yung sa Waze. Okay? Parang website ng Waze. Ay, parang website ng Senro. Okay? Kung pwede, yun na lang ang kuhanin nyo. Yung idea noon. Yung yan anak isang body or isang office sa munisipyo na ang kino-concern niya yung sa waste management. Parang gano'n. So pwede kang magkaroon ng pag-educate, okay? Ano yung mga ganito, how long will it last, tapos pati yung scheduling ng pagkuha mo ng basura. O kung merong kunyari si Kabso sasabihin niya, Senro, I want you to schedule me next week, meron akong ipapahakot ng mga kalat. Parang ganun. Oo, nakita ko yan dun sa isa 'di ba merong ganyan hindi si Rada yun. Oo, si Rada binigay ko sa liga Yun na lang yung sa inyo anak, Senro. Did you get it? No?
Okay po.
Senro. Meron tong meaning yung Senro. Hanapin nyo lang. Environment, blah, 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 parang ganun. Okay? I just forgot yung kanyang acronym lang si Senro Ayan. So, ayan. Okay? Thank you for the BSIT 3A. I actually saw that there are potentials and potential na pangbakbakan. What do you mean by that? Ibig sabihin, if they will be doing the presentation, they can actually communicate and impart their knowledge. Basta you supposed to be out of yung mga blocking, yung mga block na mental blackout, parang ganun. Kasi if that will be the case, di mawawala ka na sa guhit. Pero the way you impart right now, your thoughts and your knowledge, okay, i-enhance nyo na lang. Okay, i-enhance nyo na lang and you need to be knowledgeable of what you are presenting, the same scenario na ginagawa natin. Okay? This will not be the last kasi the next thing that I'll be asking you will be the literature of that in order for us to prepare a more better, precise title. Okay? So ano ba yung gusto mo talaga? Ano bang area to? Kasi doon, from there, kukuha ka na ng mga pang backup and justification mo dun sa study mo. Okay? So let me stop this first. Okay? Kanyete, paki-ask mo sila anak